This week, for our 3.1 tutorial, we will be going over Chapter 6, Exercise 39, Wedding Costs. Chapter 6, Exercise 39 states that the EXO Group Inc. conducted a 2015 survey of 13,000 brides and grooms married in the United States and found that the average cost of a wedding is $29,858. Assume that the cost of a wedding is normally distributed with a mean of $29,858 and a standard deviation of $5,600. So what we are given would be the mean of $29,858 and a standard deviation of $5,600. What needs to be done is figure out what the probability is that a wedding costs less than $20,000, the probability that a wedding costs between $20,000 and $30,000, and for a wedding to be among the 5% most expensive, how much would it have to cost? So for Part A asks, what is the probability that a wedding costs less than $20,000? So what we need to find is everywhere on a normal distribution curve where x is less than 20,000. There are two ways to do this. Find the value of z and use the z tables, or plug the equation into Excel. I prefer to use the Excel version because it is faster and more condensed. So steps for plugging the normal distribution into Excel. So first you need to type equals norm.dist into any cell in Excel, and then plug x, mean, standard deviation into the parentheses, substituting those words for the correct values. So x is $20,000 because we're looking to find everything less than that, and our mean is $29,858. Our standard deviation, as we already know, is $5,600. In your Excel screen, it should look something like this, and then the final thing we need to type is true or false for whether or not our equation is cumulative. Is our equation cumulative or not, though? Because we want to find everything less than $20,000 and not just $20,000, it is cumulative because we want to find all of those values. So in Excel, your final equation should look something like this. Press enter and find your final values. So the probability that a wedding costs less than $20,000 is 0.0391. For question B asks, what is the probability that a wedding costs between $20,000 and $30,000? So we want to find everything between $20,000 and $30,000. But a simpler way to look at this would be to find everything of x, everywhere that x is less than 30,000 and then subtract everywhere that x is less than 20,000. Let's take a look at this on our standard distribution curve. So we're looking to find everything between 30,000 and 20,000, which would be around right here. And an easy way to do this would be to take everything less than 30,000 and subtract everything less than 20,000. This remaining pink rectangle is more or less in line with our remaining green rectangle right here, which is everything between 30,000 and 20,000. So in order to figure this out, we need to repeat the steps from Part A in order to find everywhere that x is less than $30,000. So that gives us a probability of 0.5101 for everywhere that a wedding costs less than $30,000. So next we need to subtract that from our already found value of x is less than $20,000 in order to give us a final probability of 0.4709 for a wedding that costs between $20,000 and $30,000. Part C asks us, for a wedding to be among the 5% most expensive, how much would it have to cost? So the top 5% is everything except the bottom 95%, which means that we can look at everything to the left of 95%. And to do this, we need to find x when the probability is already known at 0.95. So steps for plugging this into Excel would be to type the equals norm.inv into any cell in Excel, and then plug in probability, mean, and standard deviation. These numbers have already been established through our equation, or through the problem given. So, and then press enter, and you should get your answer. Norm.inv, probability, mean, standard deviation, and then press enter and realize that for a wedding to be among the 5% most expensive, it would have to cost at least $39,069. Thank you.